Welcome to this week's episode of Centonomy Abundant Living. Today we talk about conflict. No, not conflict, resolving conflict. And why is it really important? Because more than ever, we are in a time where there's a lot of conflict, whether it's at work because of how many of us are working remotely or in shifts or whichever way you're working. Even in families, now there's a lot of conflict because people are more home now than ever before, and even just as friends, right? Your attitude towards a conflict is one of the most important things. It's the one that could change how you handle it and even how it's going to be resolved. And what is the most important trick or thing to remember when you're resolving a conflict between you or other people who are involved? Always remember that people want to be heard. And also, it's not just you who wants this conflict to end. Even the other parties, they want that conflict to end. If you are the person who really wants to resolve conflict, it's your responsibility to remember and ask yourself, how can I help others? Or how can I help myself and also this person who we are in conflict with? Or how can I help the parties that are actually in conflict? And it is by allowing them to speak and also making sure that they are well listened to. Because when someone is in conflict, what is happening is they're really being affected emotionally. And what they really want to do at that point is feel that someone has listened to them. So make sure you're a good listener, at least for that particular time or that particular juncture. And also approach this issue as at a point where you want everybody to be sorted by the end of it all. When was a recent conflict that you had, and how did you resolve it? How did you tackle it? Were you listened to? Did you listen to the other party? If not, it's time for you to maybe take a moment and write down, how, if this happens to me again, how would I like to resolve this? What are some of the things I would do, or what role would I play in listening to the other party? What are some of the things that I can do to make sure that I'm able to help in the situation? You know, as we are all adults, right? And the truth is, conflict can easily keep on repeating itself. For example, the conflict I have right now with Steve, we don't, but it's an example. The conflict I may have right now with Steve, who is our production head at the moment, could be similar to a conflict I may have in future with someone else. So what's really, really important is to make sure I ask myself, how can I handle or how can I resolve the conflict I have with him so that everybody can go back home happy and sorted and listened to? And how can I make sure that the next time I'm in such a conflict, we are able to resolve it properly and like adults? Just always remember, like I had said, it's not about you. Even if sometimes it really is, it's not so much about you. It's just about you wearing that hat of the person who wants to resolve this issue, and ask yourself, what role can I play to make sure that all parties are okay and go home happy and safe or well sorted out? And remembering that listening is one key thing to solving a conflict, and also remembering, how can I help ourselves if we are the ones in conflict, or how can I help the parties in conflict? As you're in the journey of building better relationships, the truth is, conflict is a reality, but you can do some things to help you resolve conflict in your life. Thank you for joining us. Tune in, share with someone, subscribe, also turn on the notifications.